What game you watching?
I ain't watching nothing. That's TV. Damn, you can hear that shit from there. My mic's too loud. I don't know. It's probably college or something. Though. It being Friday and all, it's probably college. Flashlight. The fuck? What the fuck? You in here? Did I overlook it?
What up, Fat Von, DJ Rec, DJ D man?
What's good, everybody? Maybe it's under P. Yeah, it was. Oops.
No, we just waiting for some more folks to come up in here. Right now, it's just me and RTO, and he looked like he working on something.
Yeah.
Get down. An exciting day in music, y'all. Exciting day in music.
What you said? It was a what?
Exciting day in music.
What are you talking about? Talking about Birdman getting that 100 mil?
I actually don't think he's gonna get this.
And I know, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I thought fucking Cash Money owned all that shit. I didn't know Lil Wayne had the shit. It's a Young Money shit.
Well,
I
I
thought
mean,
Cash Money owned all this shit.
with the settlement with Birdman, didn't he get his masters?
I don't know. I get. Oh shit! I didn't. Now that you say that, I do remember the settlement, but I didn't know he had his masters though.
Lil Wayne won't do any time for this gun charge.
Oh, this yeah.
He won't do no time. He'll do a couple PSAs about guns, and that's it. Is my camera on? No. Why is my camera not on, man? What up, gangsta? Oh, I gotta come out and come back in.
What'd you say?
I gotta come out and come back.
Uh-huh. Man, I'm about to throw this shit here. That's not enough chops, damn it. Y'all playing with me, Serato. That's not gonna do it. I need more. We about to wide body chop this shit up. Let me fucking I don't have to chat up. Hold up. I hate being in this shit by myself. I'm not an entertainer. I feel like fucking I ain't gonna say I feel like Charles Barkley. That's not the move. I do not feel like Charles Barkley.
What you talking about?
I was saying I hate being there by myself. I'm not an entertainer. I was about to say I'm not a role model. Charles Barkley, well, I took that back real quick.
Hey, Fat Von is lucky he was only here for
Yeah.
5 minutes. I was gonna put hands and feet on that nigga.
Yeah.
Motherfucker would have been going back to Texas with a
Wow.
ass whipping on his resume. Oh,
This nigga got me really out here chopping up motherfucking flashlight though.
what are you doing?
We might have a something out when we flip. Fucking you bounce again? God damn.
No, I'm
Oh
here.
shit. We flipping
I'm just
known
trying to see.
samples. Flipping known samples.
Oh, okay.
So
Nigga, y'all never gonna run out of toilet paper.
nigga, that's not even toilet paper, that's just regular old napkins, nigga. But yeah, shit, you buying them shits in bulk. Yeah, I hate the fact that that's right there too, man. That's not if I start streaming, I do not need that there. Matter of fact, nah, I ain't gonna go off camera, but yeah, we ain't got no more room in the little pantry shit for us. And she take on my damn studio space with some fucking brownie and shit. It's all good though.
What came out today? You know, I usually get the new shit from y'all.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what came out today. I'm lost.
Let me see. Damn. Currency put out another record?
This nigga stay putting out shit.
Dog, he just put out something last week. And before that, 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. With Harry Fraud.
Man, I want to say that this new Ableton shit is kind of snapping to motherfucking some waveforms. Like we got a little snapping action going on here with the chops. I kind of want to say that it feels like it's been snapping.
That didn't happen before.
Nah. You had to go in there and finally get that bitch on there. It didn't snap. Like it's like I'm moving the slice point to the beginning of the waveform, and that shit like it really feel like it's snapping.
I gotta learn Ableton, man. I'm a member of what's that website where they have the online classes.
Pro
No,
some audio something.
no.
Matt Weiss or whatever that shit is. Or AESR.
No, hold on 1 second. It's called I don't know why I can never think of this shit. Fuck it, I can't find it.
Damn threshold is motherfucking catching every fucking.
Wide body.
What's up now?
What up?
So, oh shit. Okay. What's going on? How's everybody doing?
Hey, shit.
Glad to be here. What they say that the end is near. They say. Crazy out here.
The end is near.
I can't see that, but it's getting crazy down here. My
Florida
mom
always
called.
been.
Yeah, my mom just called me like, I don't see, I see you're not on the stream. I was want to catch you for you one on the live stream. I know you was subscribed to Digital Hustle. Yeah, I've been talking the stuff I've been saying for the last few months about how people are not even taking shit seriously down here. So even here at my place of employment, so now the Roosters have came home to whatever they call it,
Come home to
Fruit.
roost.
the Roost. Yeah, so the block of people on my day shift that got positive. Fortunately, no one, the people that they tested 10 people today that was in around those people, and they came
Uh,
back negative. So we don't have nobody on this shift that has it, but ain't taking no chances. Uh,
oh, so what we think about Lil Wayne selling his masters?
Smart move.
Yeah.
I agree.
I feel
100
like that's the
million.
move.
Shit, that's
I agree.
generational wealth.
That's the move nowadays,
So
man.
100.
people were saying that's a bad move and saying, but what about generational wealth? Like you can't. It's easier to flip 100 million than $35,000 you're getting every quarter for your songs playing on the radio
$100 million, bro.
at one
He won.
time.
Yeah, you can pass
He
on. You can't. But
like think think about how much time it would take Lil Wayne to make 100 million off his old catalog.
Mm-hmm.
never would happen. Not in his
I
lifetime.
don't I don't hear Lil Wayne songs on the radio no more.
No. I'm not listening to the radio, but yeah, it has been a while since I heard some of his shit.
I mean, I think it was a smart move for him. He can still make records. I think it was a smart move,
Yep, me too.
and he has the leverage right now. It's not like he's asked out, and
Yeah.
people are coming to him saying, "Yo, we'll give you 10 million for your whole catalog," and
Right.
he got to take it.
$100 million, bro. He's not worth it. He don't got 100 million liquid.
Nah,
He might be worth. I mean, what he couldn't make that. How long would it have took him if he didn't sell his masters to make that? Selling, owning his own masters. How long would it have took him to do that?
I don't know. I mean, royalties go down every year. The older you get.
Yeah.
I
Damn.
mean, except except for the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, those legacy acts, but in hip hop, man, niggas stop listening to you once you get a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Motherfuckers ain't playing no LL songs on the radio. But I mean, I would love to own LL's catalog. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. Unless you didn't collaborate it like the comrade MC Shannon still eating off that informers.
Hey, and that might have been like, I don't know how much Shan got off of that, because I mean, nobody's playing Informer now. He might have got it big when it was out, but now he not eating off Informer.
Shit. Let him tell it.
When the last time you heard Informer?
Overseas basketball,
Man,
sporting events.
Fuck,
They use that in everything. Basketball.
time for that.
I haven't heard Informer in over 15 years. I haven't heard a Mad Lion song in over 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a long ass time with that.
Well, he says all he do is walk to the mailbox. He live in Atlanta. He living got a boat. You know what I mean? He bought a party bus. He fixing it up, trying to get some do some side stuff. He got he living. I mean he living over his means or nothing. He always getting deals on stuff. I mean he got a lot of kids, grandkids, and he down in Atlanta chilling. Shan,
You
yeah.
talking about Shannon's in Atlanta?
Oh yeah. He down in Atlanta. Yep.
Okay.
He got an RV. He be taking the family on little trips and stuff. He always go on IG. You know.
So I think, and I'm not sure. I got to check the credits. Shan might have. Did he write Informer?
He reduced it and he got. He rapped on that too, on the remix part.
Because with radio, if you didn't write, when your song is played on the radio, only the writers get that money.
Mm.
If the performer doesn't get it if they didn't do any writing on the song.
I remember, man, when this COVID stuff started, there was a little hiccup in the ASCAP payments. I remember Shan was saying, "Hey, ASCAP, we need our money," and he was showing he got some plaque in the mail from ASCAP, some little plaque they gave him.
Yeah, plaque don't pay the bills though.
Oh, I know, but I mean, if you reach a certain amount of feats and stuff, you getting the plaque. You should go check him out on IG, bro. Go check him out, man. You get a chance. It'd be funny. MC Shan.
Oh yeah.
I seen him maybe about 3 months ago. I think he was drunk. He was arguing with his wife. I was like, I can't take this.
She's definitely a trip, man. They be loving, they be breaking up the makeup. Yeah, 100 mil. That's a no-brainer, bro. I'm taking it. 100 mil for for a body of work, lifetime body of work. 100 million. I'm good. You can't flip 100 million, boy. You got problems.
And here's the thing: somebody on Clubhouse brought up a good point. Most of Wayne's best stuff is on mixtapes, not his actual Carter stuff.
Uh-huh.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, and he about to go to jail, so
I don't think he ain't gonna do no time, man.
3 years, maybe a couple years.
No, not even that.
You don't think so? Okay.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
Hey, this boy, he can beat the case.
What up, Rod?
What up?
What's up now? Going on?
Just stopping through for a quick moment. I'll be back a little bit later. What's happening with everybody?
Chilling.
Kid Cudi got a new album out. Peace to the chat. DJ Rec, what up?
Wow.
Silent Money, Fat Von Free. Kid Cudi is back.
His fans are about to bust a nut.
Yeah, they did.
Because they emotional. They emotional like that.
I listened to it. It was
Are you a fan? Are you a Kid Cudi?
I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Cudi. Like Cudi is hit or miss to me. Like I like some stuff on Man on the Moon, the first one. I liked his first mixtape, A Kid Named Cudi. I like what he did with Kanye. I like that. That was my favorite of all those projects. The Kid Cudi and Kanye project. And then this one is, I mean, I listened to it while I was fixing my vacuum cleaner. So it was all right. Peace. What up, though? Silent Money.
He said 1 year time, Silent Money. Yeah, it's a gun charge. That's why. That's what bothers me. It's a gun charge. And the time,
a gun charge in Florida.
Who got a gun charge?
Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne sold all his stuff today too, huh?
Pled guilty.
He got the bag.
I just think they looking at it like, hey, what?
100 million.
If you gonna give me a check for $100 million,
you have it.
And I don't know if that's what they're doing, but it's like, okay.
And here's the thing: isn't the purpose of owning your masters to sell it eventually? Isn't that the purpose of owning your masters?
And shit, if you're gonna sell it, that ain't a bad price to get.
And you 30 what? Well, how old is Wayne?
Wayne got to be 38.
Because 100 million could be turned.
He ain't 38. He ain't.
100 million could be. He younger than me. He younger than us.
Yeah.
He probably about 34, 35, 36.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Praise God, RTO. Praise God.
Hey,
and broke you off.
Hold on. No, don't turn the camera.
Why you there? Like
we got vegan
engagement, brother. This is engagement.
We got vegan nuggets. What's going on?
Some regular old fucking popcorn chicken. I ain't.
You ain't got nothing to explain to nobody. But Kid Cudi came out. What else? Marv One's album came out, and I still have not heard it, and I'm upset about that.
That's home team. What you doing, man?
Yeah.
Slipping in the game. I mean, I've been trying to get my stuff together, man. I gotta do this work, and I'm probably gonna try to stay up tonight and get this work done the entire night, so I can have the rest of my weekend. That's my target. Last night I tried to stay up all night, stayed up until 1 and start watching Community. I watched about 3 episodes of that and passed out. Community is Donald Glover is pretty talented, bro.
Yeah,
it's pretty talented. He wrote a lot of that.
Yeah,
props. And listen, there's a podcast, and I've talked about it on this show before. It's called Dissect on Spotify, where they take an album and they do a deep, super deep, too deep, probably dive into the album and what the album means and what each song means.
Is that the one with Oscar Wang and the black chick?
Nah.
Okay.
This is, I forget the guy's name. Dissect podcast on Spotify. But they did Lauryn Hill's album. They did To Pimp a Butterfly. They did Good Kid, Mad City. They did Damn. They did Because the Internet, man, by Childish Gambino. To me, that's one of the best albums of the last decade. And it was before all this. But he's very, very fucking talented. I give him a lot of credit. Peace to Childish Gambino. Yes. Next album they need to do like the Carter 3. No, I'm kidding. He goes after these albums with these deep themes and ideas, intellectual shit. I like that shit. It's better.
If he sold his publishing today, you think he'd get 100 mil?
Childish Gambino?
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah, 100 mil.
He might.
100 mil?
I bet his music is still streaming better than Lil Wayne music was. Lil Wayne got a lot of records.
I don't know about that. That's Lil Wayne we talking about.
Lil Wayne, seriously, Lil Wayne got a. I mean, I don't know what metric you would use. Like, would you use monthly listeners? I bet Childish Gambino got more monthly listeners than Lil Wayne do.
I bet you he don't.
Yeah, it's Lil Wayne, bro.
Let's see. Okay.
Out of all the content Lil Wayne got,
Lil Wayne had minions and cult follow. He had a cult following, man. Still do.
You said coke?
A cult. My bad. I got a mess. A cult following.
Okay.
Childish Gambino has 14 million monthly listeners.
How many monthly listeners?
Childish Gambino has 15 million monthly listeners. Lil Wayne has 22 million monthly listeners. So you're right. You're right.
Damn.
You're right.
I wonder who has the 15 million.
I feel the motherfuckers who listen to Childish, his shit is more. He has a more niche following than Lil Wayne. Like everybody fuck. Well, not everybody fuck with Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne's just big.
How many monthly listeners does The Boy have? Let's see.
Who?
52 million listeners a month.
Who?
The Boy. There's
Drake.
only one. Yes.
Who?
The
Drake.
Boy.
Oh, Drake.
I don't call him Drake. I call him The Boy. What about Bad Bunny?
Oh, his shit is going crazy.
He has 51 million monthly listeners.
Bad Bunny was a female.
Nah.
No, it's a dude.
Named Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
All right.
This dude didn't he have 3 platinum albums this year?
Something like that.
He's like, why hold on to him? Die empty, shit. I think he had 2 platinum albums and a platinum live album.
Platinum
Let's listen to some.
Platinum chain. You got
Can
hard.
y'all hear that?
You got hard stunting nigga like Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
That ain't what I want to do. Hold on. We didn't want to do that. But I think that's the order of the day, though. Like get in, get out. That's the OG classic, man.
I was gonna say something about him naming all Kendrick albums for the podcast he was talking about. Oh, that's the reason why you fucking with it.
The first one I ran into. No, they did Frank Ocean. They did a Frank Ocean album. I mean, I did. Yeah, that's that. To Pimp a Butterfly is the first one that I saw.
Yeah, they named every Kendrick album but Overly Dedicated.
Right. I like Kendrick Lamar. Fat Von Free. Who you like? Patti Smith. Who you like? Zaggin. I like Pink Floyd too. I like David Axelrod. I've been listening to David Axelrod, man. David Axelrod is a producer and a composer from the late 60s, 70s, or whatever. He has 560 sample credits.
Shit.
He's the guy who did the beat to Next Episode by Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never encountered David Axelrod before the last couple days.
And he was also the medical examiner on NCIS. The guy with the glasses.
Yeah. Man, this is a song by Madlib called Rap Cats. I mean, no, the jazz shit, the Jazz Cats. You need to listen to that because that motherfucker sit there and name all these artists. David Axelrod is in that group. Like, we peep that song because all that shit is sample material. Everything that you can mention on that shit.
I played one of his okay. Praise God, Fat Von Free. I've been listening to some craziness. I might have to do a pack gadget, a special e-digging pack.
Oh, speaking of packs,
the lit review pack.
I actually got paid today to do a private pack to not to sell to anybody else.
Oh, that's what's up.
Dog.
You know, your Gene Brown shit, okay.
And I'll get co-production credits if it comes out.
Damn,
praise God.
That's what's up.
I can't tell you who the producer is.
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
Yeah, you good.
I don't want to know. That's dope though.
But I met them on Clubhouse.
That's okay. Clubhouse is making, I mean, cake.
Crate Nerd said it ain't David Axelrod that was on NCIS. That was somebody else.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's David McCullum. David McCullum was sampled by Dre. Let me look him up. I forgot what song.
Mm-hmm. Bink, 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 bink. Listen to a lot of Isaac Hayes too the last couple weeks.
David McCullum, what's the white kids from New York that had the song about the black helicopters?
Young Black Teenagers?
No. This is way after the Young Black Teenagers.
The Hooligans?
Nah. It was Ill Bill and Sabak, Gore-Tex. Nonfiction.
Nonfiction, right.
I think Nonfiction sampled David McCullum. Or a lot of people sampled David McCullum.
That's what's up.
That's dope.
So the most notable David McCullum sample is the Next Episode that everybody knows.
No, I thought that was David Axelrod.
No, that's David McCullum.
Bro, you might be right. Let me look. Bink, 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 bink. David Axelrod.
think we got the Davis mixed up, man.
Yep. Hey, David Axelrod produced the song for David McCallum. Right.
So they both get a writer's share.
Yes, they do.
David McCallum wrote something on there.
I'm gonna have to go back. He did a lot of work with the Cannonball Adderley Quintet, and it seems like an odd pairing. So I need to go back and kind of check the whole Cannonball Adderley lane. My father-in-law loved Cannonball Adderley, man.
My dad liked Charles Mingus.
Mm-hmm.
My dad liked Isaac Hayes. And
Has anybody sampled
listen.
upright bass? Have you ever sampled an upright bass?
Yes.
I like
Really?
Skaggs. Nick.
All the time. If you sample a jazz record, 9 times out of 10, I have a record. I tell you what, I have a record coming out.
It's different than
on the record that I'm supposed to be talking about at some point to put it out. It's an upright bass sample on it. It's a song called Slush. Isaac Hayes. I posed this question in the chat the other day. You know what Isaac Hayes' most successful song was?
Yeah, you told
like
us.
the highest charting song.
Yeah.
And it led me to old videos and stuff about Stax. Stax is worthy of further study and understanding, dude. Stax, Malico Records. Malico Records was black owned. Cause see, okay, so I talked to Mav and I talked to Dixie, and both of them, I interviewed them for a paper, and they both brought up Chitlin Circuit R&B, like Denise LaSalle, Marvin Cease, Tyrone Davis. Malico Records in the late 70s with Bobby Blue Bland and Johnny Taylor, they was caking off, man. Caking off. But they don't typically get sampled. It's strange.
I've never. Well,
we all know Bobby Blue Bland and Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City.
I think nobody really samples blues records except for Fat Vaughn.
That's his lane, dog.
Lane.
Hey, Griselda got the 70s prog rock. Maybe the Ghetto Boys. Didn't the Ghetto Boys sample some blues? But Fat Vaughn is the blues champion. He put Stax above Motown. Hey, I think Motown was Bad Boy and Stax was Death Row to a point.
Where do you put King Records?
Huh?
Where do you put King Records?
I don't know a lot about who was on King.
Wasn't that James Brown?
So I'm starting to go backwards. Like I know about the 80s and up. I'm starting to move backwards. So that's what led me to Malico and Stax. And tell me who else was on King.
Hold on. Let me go to it.
I'm learning about old engineers and Gamble and Huff and
hold on, I'm thinking about hold up. Is this the right label? This might not be the right label. All right, I'm obviously talking about the wrong fucking King Records. I thought I had some James Brown 45s that had King Records. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I might be Cincinnati, Ohio, 1943. Oh yeah. Okay. The label owns several divisions, including Federal Records, which launched the career of James Brown. It released original material until 1975. It now operates as a reissue label. So, yeah, I have a when I bought Logic Bomb's collection, he had some James Brown 45s from King Records on it.
Peace to Logic Bomb.
Yes,
friend
sir.
of the podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to had a good experience last night, not to change the subject, but good experience with I went on the Liner Notes. I met with the guys from the Liner Notes podcast last night, and they got
an amazing podcast.
they had a closed discussion about All Eyes on Me. And the reason that I liked it was because they really got into what is All Eyes on Me place within, you know what I'm saying, this narrative about hip hop. And I told them, first of All Eyes on Me came out the year I graduated from high school. So that'll tell you how old I am. But I think All Eyes on Me was the most purchased CD in my lifetime. Like in my young adulthood. Everybody had All Eyes on Me. And everybody's case was broken.
Wasn't that, it was a double CD too, right?
Yes, it was the first one.
I don't know about that.
Find me one that was before that.
For hip hop, maybe.
For hip hop.
Yes. Okay.
What was another double CD before All Eyes on Me?
I worked at Tower, and I remember getting double CDs.
Name a double CD. Now we saying CDs.
Double CD. Yeah.
Name a double CD before All Eyes on Me. Chat. Whoever said they hated that album.
Are we talking about R&B too?
Who said that?
I'm curious.
Stevie Wonder.
That was a double CD?
Yeah.
Which Stevie Wonder was a double CD?
Hold on, let me look it up. That's the one that comes to mind.
Chess Records. Black Mav shout out to Black Mav. He talked about Chess Records on the interview too.
Songs in the Key of Life was a double CD.
Was it a double CD or a quadruple record? It was a double album.
Yeah, but it was a double CD too.
Well, no damn double CD.
So you cannot put all those fucking songs on one CD.
It was 104 minutes. I guess it would have been considered. Maybe it was the first double. Maybe it was the first double CD for rap. I don't know. I'm not Wikipedia smart. So, but yeah, I felt like it was the most widespread. I felt like it was the most widespread rap CD of my childhood, essentially. Everybody had All Eyes on Me. Everybody when that album came out. Everybody. It was amazing. And they had a conversation about what was the worst song.
Oh.
What would you say was the worst song?
Last week?
Huh?
Didn't we talk about this 2 weeks ago?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we did, because somebody said what was that song that you liked and everybody was poo-pooed it?
I love Checkout Time.
Yes.
Is that it? Man,
Yeah.
Checkout Time was hard, dog. That might have been when we was in Song Lab with my man.
Yeah, you're right.
Everything was a blur from that day anyway.
Yeah,
you're right about you might be right about the songs in the Key of Life. I felt like the song that they could have kept off was Shorty Wanna Be a Thug. And I also said that I think that I like the second CD more than the first because the second CD had more subject-based songs. It was about stuff. I'd rather be your NIGGA. It's Checkout Time. Give me some of that Thug Passion. Pause.
Vinny Davis. Heck Dolo retired from music. So if I start up needle dropping, it will be with another producer, unfortunately. But we're gonna see after the new year. I do want to do some more needle dropping. But
what were you doing for needle dropping? What was different about it?
We were playing the original sample of records.
Oh,
and I was getting raped from a publishing on YouTube.
You got to do that. That got to be on the Patreon and shit.
Oh man, it was raping me. Crew had a double CD. Why would Crew have a double CD? They had like 3 good songs.
Bubbling. Just Another Case.
Case.
A very popular sample. But at that time, guitars was popping off major. Crew. What year was that? 99?
Shit. That was 97. You remember when
They had excellent marketing. Their marketing was excellent.
Larry O and K-Def came out?
Real Live.
I
remember that.
They put the remix out with Ghostface. Oh, nigga. Boy.
That beat was hard. That beat was like impending doom.
That beat was super hard.
Okay, Crew had Chatty-O, Mighty High, and Yogi. Just Another Case and Bubbling. Yogi joined the Hitmen, and it was the end of Crew.
Yogi, I forget. I'm trying to think of the stuff Yogi did for. Yogi did some stuff for G-Dep. I want to say he did Special Delivery or Let's Get It. I think Yogi did Let's Get It, and I think that was his first placement with Bad Boy. I think Easy. What was the dude's name? The dude that they Get Money. What was his name? He wasn't on the Hitman, but he did a lot of stuff. Not Easy Mo B. What the fuck was his name?
You said he did Get Money.
Yeah.
Because
the same dude that did Get Money did Uchi Wally.
Was that Buck Wild?
No. Hold up. Wiki is your friend. Easy LP.
Yeah, Easy LP.
Easy LP did Special Delivery, I think. And that is actually a sample. People call it ringtone rap, but that is actually a sample.
But it's sped up, ain't it? Is it sped up?
Yes, it's sped up. I'll tell you what the sample is off air.
Okay.
Because I really don't know if it's clear or not. And I don't
but that okay. Here's another example. That joint was a loop.
Yes.
Get Money was absolutely a 2-bar loop.
Straight loop. So was G-Dep. And honestly, G-Dep is less. That loop is less than 5 seconds. Less than 5 seconds.
So is Mask Off. That shit came on today. I was like, man, that's a loop. I think Chopping.
Hold up. Crew was not 87.
Crew was 97.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crew was 97.
Yeah, it wasn't no 87.
Because I had a homegirl who sang on a project.
Really?
She had an uncredited vocal on that project.
Oh damn! They didn't even Blue Raspberry her?
Nah.
Damn, at least give me the Blue Raspberry treatment.
Nah. And you know what? She stayed in New York City forever after that. She's still in New York City. Shout out to Mia Conti, aka Mia Carroll from the town.
I'm waiting for somebody to chop up Carl Thomas. I wish I never met her, because that's not a sample.
Okay, so maybe that can be maybe that can be on the menu for tomorrow.
Okay, let's do it.
Or something like that. There's a song on that album that I cannot believe that nobody has sampled or nobody has chopped. Because I'm disrespectful. Like, if it's in the 90s, it's time to chop it. That was 30 years ago.
Type it in the comments. Type it in the private chat so I can see what you're talking about. I wish I never met her at all.
Yeah, she didn't. But it's all good. She turned out fine. Everything is love. Just Another Case sampled something else. It says It sampled Slick Rick on Children's Story, but it sampled something else, people. It absolutely did. I don't remember it. Those guitars are from something, but that at that time, that chop was ill.
So I was in Clubhouse in a room with some entertainment lawyers, and we were talking about sampling. Here's the real deal.
Okay.
They are not going to waste time chasing after you to get $10,000 if you only got 100. It's not worth the lawyer's time. It's not putting their resources and investigators to get. So basically, they only go after hit records for sample clearance. That's what I got out of it. So you know me, that's my cue. Sample away.
Catch me if you can, like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right.
Because then, I'll set it up. Oh, we made it on Twitch. We got our first spam comment on Twitch. We made it. We here, baby. We got 2 back to back.
Yeah.
Amazing. Nah. I never worried about that. I did look at, I ain't gonna front. I did look at fair use. I looked at fair use. Be honest. I looked at fair use and never charging for another album I do. Never.
Really?
Yep. It doesn't make sense at this point. It doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense for me. That's a strategy that I thought about like in 06. Like, don't charge for your music. Because the more people who hear the music, if buying it is a thing that's gonna stop it, you want people to hear your music so you can get paid doing other shit. In my opinion.
So, Crate Nerd, are you talking about the Crew song? The World Is a Place. The guitar loop. Dun, dun. Somebody, because didn't not Farside.
Yes, this is correct.
Somebody on the West Coast used that too.
They did.
Was it Farside? Somebody from Hyro, maybe?
J. Cole, Nipsey Hussle, Playboy Cardi. It's somebody that's a little bit just Consequence. Please disperse. Please disperse. Please disperse. Yes, that's where I heard that record at.
Yo.
What up?
Math tactic.
What's the word?
Nothing. I'm supposed to be doing something else, but
hey man, that's what we do. What's going on, Gadget?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Ain't too much, man. Put some feelers out so you maybe get some calls regarding Saturday. Folks that may want to get busy. You know what I'm saying? In the coming Saturdays. So yeah. What's going on, RTO?
Hello there.
Eating chicken right now. He can't talk.
Oh man.
You know what? You would know.
you will know.
Yo, I love that song. You wasn't that Men of Distinction or
it sound like
Men of United, Black Men United, blood.
United, yeah.
Damn, Black Men United, yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
That was
RTO over that joint. Greasy ass lips now got to take a shit.
That was the We Are the World for black men.
Yeah, like shit. Everybody staying safe this Friday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. I saw people out in droves, man. Like,
I mean, well,
I know in VA.
People trying to go to restaurants before they get shut down next week. You know, this is the last week.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. Yeah,
Oh, is it that way where y'all at too?
yeah, they gonna shut shit down starting Monday. So I saw everybody out on the town and shit. COVID pumping through the speakers. I was like, nigga, y'all dumb as shit.
They pumping COVID into the club like the bubbles, like they be putting the bubbles and shit.
Track 1, turn that COVID up. I'm good on that.
I read a thing today. I don't even want to depress the rest of the chat, man. I
mean, we ain't gonna do that.
I don't want to do that, but the shit gonna get worse than before it get better, man.
Hey, did you hear about the people developing Bell's palsy?
Yes.
Wait a minute. What?
From the vaccine.
Yeah, 4 people developed Bell's palsy from the vaccine. So
it was 4 out of thousands now. Keep that in mind.
Got friends.
So that's just inflaming motherfucking nerves and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, got your shit on stuck. Yeah.
That shit. They called it the Conway vaccine.
That's why I said Conway got friends.
Oh, damn.
Hey.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
Nah, Bell's palsy ain't no joke though, bro.
Nah, I know. I had the shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was leaking for like a week.
Yeah, that's not
fun.
That couldn't do shit.
Yeah. Survive went through that. That was like maybe about 12, 13 years ago. Man. This whole shit was like he was too close to the stove on one side.
Man, bro. I told you how that shit happened with me. I'm motherfucking yawn too hard.
And your shit just got stuck like that.
Yeah, like I felt like, on the side of the face, whatever that nerve is, I yawned hella hard and it kind of cramped.
Nigga look like a sleepy Great Dane and shit.
Nigga, yeah, that shit cramped. And like 2 days later, I'm over here trying to brush my teeth and spit toothpaste out. That shit was not happening.
That nigga RTL spit
Man, that shit was all bad.
Yeah.
Nigga, I had a stroke.
Mouth looked like a downspout out there.
Yeah, that shit
no joke,
man, for real.
They just, man, this shit is like, to me, this shit is like a bigger Tuskegee type shit, man. You just throwing shit at it to see what's gonna stick. I'm good. Nope.
I don't know.
Anybody been using the Q2N lately?
Say it again. What?
Anybody been using their Q2N as of late? Man, that joint is a beast. Like that's what I'm using to mix with now, because you get like so many samples available to you. So the buffering's like next to nothing. You got 16,000 samples versus just your 1024 through the Focusrite.
Hold up. The Zoom Q2N?
The Zoom Q2N, using it as an interface. Yep.
Get the fuck out of here, for real?
Yep. Using 16 384 for the sample rate versus just 1024 maxed out. And I'm pulling off those plugins. Isotope joints ain't doing nothing. And that's in the mastering phase.
No, you need the Zoom Q2N right now, nigga.
Damn, that nigga.
Yeah, my shit froze up. You know where I'm at? My shit said I saw shit on some Alfred Hitchcock shit. I said niggas ain't hear shit. That's why I'm like, man, I gotta get this shit together before I do another fucking stream. You ain't gonna have me out here looking like Snuffy Sniff.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey Mav, you got that right?
Yeah. I'm about to download now.
All right,
download them joints now.
Let me know what you think.
I am, but how the hell did you get that joint to hit like that? Like, what was your threshold at on your final output?
What I found on the Sam Poetry record was that the threshold on I had the SSL on the master, and the threshold was kind of high. The threshold
Like around
was kind of
like
the threshold was
negative
like
11 or something.
no, the threshold was like negative 28.
God damn, that's why I couldn't catch that.
That shit was you heard every
Yeah.
fucking potato chip
Yeah.
being crunched in that
Yeah.
motherfucker and everything. Every you know, and we was in the goddamn closet recording that shit. So you know you heard everything. So I did kind of turn that down a little bit. So it might be a little bit more dynamic when you get it, because
I'm just saying that shit was, I mean, it wasn't brick wall, but I mean that shit was, it had dynamics to it, but that shit was LOUD loud. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
I couldn't get none of my shit to actually, you know, match on the reference. I was like,
so, but here's the thing. You hear these competing thoughts. Like, I hear people say that when it come to LUFS, if you get in the waves, like if I put some shit on Bandcamp, I'm putting the shit I'm topping out between 8 and 9.
Damn.
If I'm just going on,
I go around -12. I'm shooting for -12.
See, and that's the difference. Because if you're going on streaming, supposedly it's supposed to be around 12, 11 at the max, whatever. So what I ended up starting to do was, because what I found was I master stuff for people. It sounds great, dynamic, secure, very well balanced or whatever. And you know, with that musical rebalance stuff in Ozone 9 and all that, it's just such a game changer, like in terms of getting somebody's mix and having to fix something. So I'm getting mixes that didn't have a lot of dynamics, and I'm able to add dynamics. I'm able to add the transients back.
Transients, sure, yeah.
Yes. And then I'm seeing the video, or I'm listening to it, and it's just not. It
ain't hitting like you want. Yeah.
It's not cracking off like I feel like it's supposed to. But I always be thinking like, I don't know. I think I got my own like dimmers when it come to my own music too.
But that joint, man, with Piss, that first snare hit, nigga, I fucked around. I about threw my damn headphones in the floor. Because I guess I was mixing at one volume and never turned the headphones down.
Yeah.
It's just said, pat. I was like, oh shit.
I like for the snare to have a nice transient on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to get that though with the other tracks I got.
Slow attack, fast release. Ratio 2 or 3.
2 or 3. My ratio was shit. I had this shit around 5 or 6 or something. So that's about 5.
I don't typically mix with a ratio that high.
Okay. With anything? On anything?
On anything. Nope.
Damn, even when you're doing parallels, because I'm doing my parallel compressions like around 30. Like 30 to 1. Yeah, squashing, yeah.
I don't do my parallels that way though.
So you just copy the track and then dial in how much you want volume wise? That way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't mash the shit out of the compressor on it. So if I got a vocal, I create another vocal.
Yeah, and that's what
I don't mash the shit out of the compression because I'm just trying to I'm trying to keep it natural, but I'm trying to not smash it. You know, I'm just trying to keep it natural and just make that lead vocal fuller.
So what's your compression on your on that second wave? What's your ratio?
On the second wave. On the second one?
Yeah, the second one.
I run it through the bus. And it's typically mimicking, if I have any cleaning compression that's done on the initial one, it's typically just mimicking that. It's just lower.
Just half the volume.
Right. I don't want it to be phasey, but it's just lower.
Okay. Damn,
if anything, what I would do is I would probably do, if you want to parallel it, you probably need to do like a fast attack, slow release. And a high ratio, because you want it to be as just smooth as possible, you know. But I don't typically subscribe to it, and maybe that's my fault. You know, I just feel like
I mean,
people can kind of do what they want to do. You can kind of do what you want to do. It's an art.
It is, but at the end of the day, you can tell when somebody's shit hitting different.
Hit different, hit different, hit different. I love that record.
Is
Hit different, hit different.
that Kalani?
That's SZA.
SZA. Okay.
I know what you told me about not compressing on the bass did help with the saturation. That helped out a lot.
Hit different, hit different, hit different. Shout out to the folks from the Amplify Fellowship. They working on some new music that should be coming out in June. That's gonna be live. That's gonna be a lot of fun. It's getting to be time to talk about album of the year.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
From what I hear, Griselda wasn't in the talks, depending on where you was at. So people was in an uproar about that. I think they was doing it. I think they've been, consistent the whole year, whether you like them or not. You got to give credit.
Yeah, this was. Yeah, I mean, undoubtedly. I think
Depending on the mediums that you're judging from, that may be part of it.
I think you got to give a lot of credit to New York City too. Mm-hmm. In a way, I mean, with the young folk, with Fabio and Pop Smoke doing what they did, and they really embracing that whole drill shit. And that's just new. That's newer music, They did their thing. You gotta give it up to them. As far as the stuff we love, though, yeah, it was all about Alchemist, Griselda.
Yeah, Fred.
Alchemist was producer of the year to me, more than Hit Boy.
Yeah.
Did Hit Boy produce that whole Conway project?
No.
That I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
I thought he did the whole
Nas album.
Yeah, he did Nas.
Oh no, he did the Benny album.
Yeah, absolutely.
He did the entire Benny album, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Benny and Nas, those are the ones he did in its entirety. And I had a discussion today on Facebook. A lot of people saying Wayne didn't deserve 100 million because his music is trash. I'm like, y'all are not getting the point.
I don't think people really ever do get the fucking point. Like people don't think outside themselves, dog.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Typically,
like a guy should not get paid off his art because you don't like it.
Right.
Fucking gatekeepers, man.
The gatekeepers fuck with it. The gatekeepers, they fucking with it. It's I always say it's like this. Hip hop is like it's a bipartisan system, dude. It's conservatives and liberals. Sure. The conservatives is the people that don't think nuance and things that's good for. They don't believe that the culture is expanding by what is being done now. They believe that the culture has a specific niche that it got to stay in, and if you make something new and it is not inside that niche, that it's not worth anything.
That's what kills shit off now.
So here's, and this might be a controversial statement.
Oh, let's go.
It's 90s niggas the reason we have trap music now.
Explain.
Backs away from camera.
So back in the 90s, everything was so secret. No, I can't tell you where these drums come from. No, I can't tell you where this sample comes from. Like, I'm not going to show you these production techniques. You got to learn on your own.
You got to get it how you live. Yeah.
So it was arrogance.
So when you take a kid,
a lot of that. That's what it's based off of.
So when you take a kid who says, "Okay, I got to learn this on my own, but I don't know how to sample. I don't know
how to play for real.
I don't know what I'm doing." trap music becomes the 3-6 Mafia shit, becomes crunk, becomes trap.
Yeah, you true. That's true. Yeah, that ain't even that far
True.
fetched. I give you that.
I
I
mean,
give you that.
trap is the
Music in
result of
schools.
trap is the result of music getting democratized, dog. Like anybody can
Yeah.
participate.
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. And if you notice,
Lack
that's
of
why
passing
it's
the
hung
torch, too.
around. That's why it's hung around longer than jazz rap, longer than Afrocentric rap, longer than political rap. They said last night that when Pac made All Eyes on Me, it essentially was the death of political rap. Political rap died
Yeah,
when Pac died. In a
To a
way,
degree. Yeah, to a degree.
who was political that came about after Pac died?
Nobody.
Everybody was flashing and in the club.
And
Dead prayers.
Chris,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Maybe.
but that was you know, that was their shit. Like, wasn't nobody really jumping out there to jump on that bandwagon.
Right.
yeah,
And then
man.
Immortal Technique.
So blame them 90s niggas for trap music if you don't like it. I mean, I like some of it. I have to admit, I don't like all of it, but I'm not gonna knock a
I don't
nigga
think that's a bad thing.
I'm not gonna knock a nigga for getting $100 million who put in solid work. Like
I agree.
he didn't get it for nothing.
Where did this trap conversation come from?
Where you been?
Working on this track.
Oh,
He said his 90s niggas fought that trap music exists because they tried to hold everything to so close to the cuff. When the South got involved, the South kind of democratized music. They made it where anybody could participate.
If you can hold the rhythm, you can stay in key, and they start making the shit that you use to make the tracks with, to make it where you couldn't get out of key. You blump, blump, blump. And you can fuck around and snap, get some clean sounding shit. And
Listen,
here we are.
I think that if Scalar had a better marketing team, I think this shit would be over.
Yeah.
Curtains.
or RX-8.
Oh, we don't need
Both.
that. Let it be what it is.
Right?
Shit, I don't
See,
need that.
here we go with the
Fucking
secret.
free for all.
Here we go.
It's a free for all.
I don't want it to be oversaturated like the shit is now.
Listen,
How are you gonna be oversaturated when you create new melodies? I don't
It's
understand.
12 notes.
And that
End of the day.
it can end up being a thing where everything kind of sounds the same. If motherfuckers
same.
go by the same blueprint of
Like
how they use Scalar.
Like now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was just saying.
What?
Yep. Yeah, no, like now. Like what you just said.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's following the blueprint of how to get paid.
listen, if I was 17 and didn't have a job and all I did was start working on music and I love music, if I was a beat maker and I was 17, 18 years old, man, I would be eating. For real. Was like you get a good synthesizer instrument and Scalar. All these free beat packs flowing around, all these free trap beat and Logic for $199 or Fruity Loops, and you could really make 5 beats a day for 3 summers.
Look, man, I'm not mad at the kids who make 10 beats a day and
I'm
don't
not mad either. I'm not mad either. Don't get me wrong. If I had the time,
right.
I just need it to be substance. If you're gonna make 10, let it be something that I don't need no. I don't need no fucking Laffy Taffy beats. Don't make 10 of them shits. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you can make skeleton beats and not finish them and just have them in the tub.
But a lot of motherfuckers don't finish them. They use that skeleton beat, and that's the joint.
Well, I mean, I didn't like Laffy Taffy, but I mean,
you understood.
I understood it. Yeah,
you understood. Yeah,
I understood. What's my man from Laffy Taffy? What's his name? That died. Fuck is his name?
Listen.
What was his name, man?
Shorty Low.
Yeah, Shorty Low. Like I got Shorty Low when that record came out. I got Shorty Low immediately. Like I got it,
Because you were a DJ.
and I enjoy. I'm weird, but I enjoy marching band music.
Oh, marching band music is the shit. But I was in a marching band too. So.
Yeah, so I mean, a song like that at at HBCUs,
Yeah, that shit go.
Shorty Low ring off.
And it's context. Like, if we sitting up listening to Laffy Taffy now, of course it's gonna be trash. I mean, it has no content that is worthy of intellectual, you know what I'm saying, critique at all. But if we walked in the final assembly on Industrial and Stewart in Flint and Laffy Taffy was on, you might be like, it's not bad. Because music decorate time. It does.
And place.
And place.
I don't want to walk in a strip club in here just to get by.
Man, listen. Listen.
I don't want to walk
that shit.
Now coming to the stage.
I don't want to walk in the strip club in here.
Cut that shit off.
I want to hear that.
Gadget gonna be at the bar like, is that Nina Simone? Oh shit.
Somebody gonna be stripping.
Simone?
Somebody gonna be stripping to the light by Common. It just
man, listen. The light by Pharaoh Munch.
That would be really
talking about. Damn, I'm enjoying myself and I'm learning something.
I wish a bitch would about the Sugar Hill.
You know what?
A world tour.
Technically, it would be a Sugar Hill though.
Yeah. at ladies' night, the strippers would come out the Luke. I mean, wasn't no way coming out with no Tribe Called Quest and no shit like that.
Hell no.
I think
it's for everything.
I think it's based on context. Like I remember when they did the Atlanta thing on Noisy a couple of years ago, and they had like what's my man name? 808, Southside, and what they call it, 808 Mafia or something like that, or and they was like, shoot, even my man Esco that worked with Future. He was like, people down here make music because they want to hear their music in Magic City on Monday night. That's kind of like the currency. So you make music that sound like that. Yep. And it just happens to just kind of explode past whatever. I thought you was going to make a trap album, Gadget.
I did.
You had a name too? What was the name?
Yep. No.
Care to share?
Oh no.
You withholding gems.
It's on Spotify.
Oh shit. Okay. Man, I'm gonna tell you how much ain't shit I am, man. I went to my Spotify to get my numbers. Them niggas like, here's what you need to do next year. Because I ain't doing shit this year. So that joint like, damn, not one single. And I ain't got shit on Spotify unless it's with other people. So get it?
Yeah.
That shit was like, oops.
Yeah.
Here are the steps you need. It's like, you ain't have to say oops though. Shit.
Mine was pretty bad too.
They gave you numbers though, at least, right?
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't even issue me no numbers, fam. That shit said oops and told me about 2021.
Okay.
Here's what you can do
now to start.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if that is currency for anybody that's at this
ER lobby.
If anybody, anybody who's at this stage, you got to put out a lot of music and put up a lot of memes and follow a lot of people and be interesting to a degree. That's all you can do. I bet you if you did that, I bet your numbers would look a lot greater. You put up a lot of memes, you followed a lot of people, you got engaged in a lot of different conversations, you put some visuals up. It can happen.
I'm about to share something on the screen real quick that I just saw on Facebook. and they are trying to get the entire fucking bag.
Ooh.
I'll show you. I'm gonna show you. What the fuck? All right, here we go. Share my screen. Where we at?
What about Vibrant Thing by Q-Tip?
Awesome record.
Vibrant Thing could be a song that you might hear in the strip club in 90 something.
You see this? Griselda Films.
Yeah.
They are trying to kill the game.
Films? Wow.
Benny is in it. West Side Gun is in it. Yeah, I mean, what that everybody had a movie back in the late 90s. Shout out to April Watts if that's your friend. Everybody had a movie. State Property had a movie. Cameron and them had a movie. I mean, they doing their thing.
Yeah.
They doing their thing. And I mean, look, they getting in and getting out because they know what the stopwatch is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't sleep. Take 3 years.
Vibrant Thing definitely could pop off in the strip. I personally never heard Vibrant Thing in the strip club. But Let's Ride, no.
Let's Ride.
Q-Tip the second single after that.
Oh yeah, no, that ain't gonna pop off. But I think that people are so afraid though.
Nick the Wonder, what up?
If Vibrant Thing came out right now with a young Q-Tip in a great video, it would probably pop.
It popped then.
Yeah, but I'm saying people complain, oh, it's not enough. It's not enough variety. It's not this. The best albums this year, nigga, have been bona fide hip hop albums.
That song was a straight Barry White loop. Nothing else added.
Oh, I don't doubt that. You ain't said nothing to me. I get it. I just think that people be short-sighted in what they see. You know what I'm saying? It's at the table.
If you hating on the Vibrant Thing video, then you're homosexual. I mean, that there's no two ways about it. If you're hating on the Vibrant Thing, and I don't have nothing against homosexuals. I mean, if you're homosexual, but if you hating on the Vibrant Thing video, you're gay.
Visuals are important. Visuals are important. Would Vibrant Thing have been Vibrant Thing without that video?
I don't know.
Hype. What that was Hype, wasn't it?
It looked like a Hype Williams video. Let me pull that up.
Listen.
Somebody playing Tupac? Everything. Let's see. Damn it. Hold up. This can't be right. 7 years ago? This was
it must be a repost. Because that was a strong 99, 2000, wasn't it?
So it's more important than ever to stay connected. No matter how you spend the holidays, keep your family connected with Verizon.
Oh yeah, this is definitely Hype Williams. Yep. I'm just gonna watch this on silent.
You can do that, can't you? You can share your screen and do that. It ain't gonna be no problem, is it?
No, I can't because they actually there's a company called Full Screen that actually copyrights the actual video.
Kids, please learn how to code. Please learn how to code.
This video was hitting.
Oh yeah, you're right, Nick. The Wonder. It was the lead single on that Violator compilation.
What?
It was the first song on that compilation.
Let's Ride? Vibrant Thing.
No, Vibrant Thing.
Oh. I like Let's Ride too.
That's a Jay Dilla beat, ain't it?
Yeah.
I'm the first to admit I am not I am from this area, but I am not the scholar of Jay Dilla that some people are. And I know,
Shame on you.
I loved him to death. But there's some people that know, like, you can play a beat and they'd be like, that's 69 from Beat Tape 3.
Yeah, that's
They had a green cover.
That's Iron, that's Heck Dolo, that's Slim Cat.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I know some shit, but I ain't that deep with it.
That's Nick the Wonder.
Yeah.
Nick the Wonder is that?
Them drums come from nigga.
Oh, whoopty whooping now.
Yeah.
Praise God. Praise God for Dilla.
Fucking white label. 1963.
Yeah, it's,
right.
It's the white label, the Brazilian.
Right.
All right.
Breathing Stop was really Dilla, but Q-Tip must have mixed it. Had to have been. Fat Von Free. I only know one. You know more than one Dilla song, Fat Von Free. You know Dilla songs that you don't even know are Dilla songs.
Right.
Before I think the first time I heard Run was the first time I heard Dilla production. Like
Running?
Yeah, I would have to say that for me too. Yeah. That's my first introduction without me knowing that was Dilla.
Right. And then it was crazy because it was JD.
Yeah, so, that was JD back then.
Jermaine Dupri is fucking
right.
Everybody.
JD spelled out though.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody, get down.
I told the story a couple months ago when I heard the first Slum Village album in the dorms at Eastern. And when I didn't know Running was him, but when I heard Drop, that was what I had. That's the Dilla that I had heard.
Oh wow! So you got introduced by Drop for real? Like,
yeah, no, I got introduced by the first Slum Village album, but then I heard Drop, and I heard Drop, and I was like, that's the same cat.
Yeah.
And then the Rhyme remix with Keith Murray and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that motherfucker so
fucking yo, that then Keith Murray song Rhyme that Dilla did.
Ooh. What? The what?
The Rhyme.
Yeah.
The song Dilla did for Keith Murray.
I never heard that.
And then I heard a little bit later on, as time went on, I mean, then you figured out by that time you had heard Ill Vibe by Busta Rhymes and all that. Ooh. And then
Ill Vibe wasn't done by Dilla.
Huh? How you figure?
Ill Vibes is completely by Dilla.
Talking about Ill Vibe with Busta,
yeah, absolutely. That's Dilla.
Your word.
Hold up.
Your word.
It's produced by the Oma.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the Dilla.
That's
called a Dilla.
Yep.
Dilla mixed by Q-Tip is what they just called it. Yep. Dangerous Ground. Nick the Wonder, that Dangerous Ground.
Oh, I was
it was he had a very, very recognizable style. Very recognizable during that time. I was blown away when I heard a few years later when I heard the remix of Come Close by Erykah Badu and Common and Pharrell.
Oh, my shit. Yeah, that's my shit right there.
When you heard the original?
I saw that video and was like, it's really bright in that video. It's a very bright, sunny day.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
very jovial.
Speaking of which, I was in the Just Blaze room last week, and he played an alternate version of Lucifer with Jay-Z rapping over the David Axelrod sample for next episode. Just chopped up the same sample.
Damn.
and it was fire. It was bananas.
Man, are they charging to get in Clubhouse? They not charging you?
Nah.
Man, shit. I'll be like, I'm Pharrell Williams, and I'm doing a Clubhouse, and I'm playing all unreleased shit. You got to pay $59.95 to get in it, bitch. And it'll be packed, and I'll play some joints. Because it doesn't save, right?
No.
Oh, man. It's only
Damn, what's up? What's
a
up with this shit not
matter of
saving?
time.
They running out of space?
I actually recorded the Clubhouse
Do-do-do.
hard drive.
Oh, word?
Do-do-do.
It was a,
Shout
it
out
was
to
a,
Kim.
it was
Kim
a,
got another record coming out.
it was a
Sorry.
room sinking.
Oh, it's people recording Clubhouses?
I did.
That would make sense. Yeah, you can't. They ain't saving it.
You literally cannot have shit, can they?
I'm gonna save it for later. Shit, it's like a VCR.
Hey, today I posted in the chat.
DVR 2020.
Young Guru and Anthony Cruz do a full mix through of a record. If you don't like Pro Tools though, because it's done in Pro Tools and you can look through Pro Tools and just do the theory, it's a good place to be at. And that mix by Ali, shout out to Jay Bishop for putting me up on that. They starting to record the mix by Ali's too.
Jay Bishop put you never mind.
Well, if it wasn't Jay Bishop, it was you. So take your props, RTO. Fuck. Sorry.
Shit. I was,
Right.
I was also in the room with Rich Harrison's A&R, and he played the version of the Freakum Dress beat with Busta on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was nuts.
I was
Thinking about so much music we haven't heard.
right.
Like he said Crazy in Love was for he had sent it to Jay-Z and Ludacris and they both turned it down.
Yeah.
I couldn't see Ludacris on that beat. It's Luda. Lord have mercy.
But he still has the record with Busta on it and I mean it sounded so good. It sounded like something Busta could put out today.
I believe it.
And I really didn't like Freakum Dress until shit. You heard that. Because if you take Beyonce beat, that's a straight hip hop beat right there. And we talked about A. Marie and it's a good conversation, man.
That's good, man. It's good.
So is this official with Kane? My bad. Is this official with Kane and Rakim?
I don't
For
know.
the verses?
I saw the pictures. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, hold up. Isn't Keisha Cole tonight? Keisha Cole and Ashanti?
That's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Who you got taking that?
Ashanti.
Yeah, hit for hit. I got Ashanti.
Oh my god.
Oh, nigga, you from Oakland? You mad?
No, I'm not. Oh, god. What's even going on? I thought Mav said head for head. He got Ashanti.
No, hit for hit.
Yeah. That's why I said never mind.
You niggas.
Come on, nigga. Come on, man.
Thought you wasn't even trying to be joking. You wasn't even trying to be funny. Right?
I thought you wouldn't even trip.
Actually was not.
You know I wouldn't trip.
You know I wouldn't even trip. All I need is a little ass chain on his hand.
I already know fucking Keisha Cole ain't got 20 joints.
She do, depending on, because you know her crowd gonna come out.
Yeah, I mean,
They're gonna be singing interludes and shit.
She got some ballads. Like when
Keisha
got
Cole.
ballads, but I wouldn't call all them motherfuckers hits though.
You know what?
Keisha Cole fans hold their titties down when they sing and look up in the air. Every jump around here in the DMV, every chick I see that sing a Keisha Cole joint, look to the heavens and hold down their titties and be belted. I know, Gadget, my bad. It had to be said though. You know it's true. You know it's true. That sauce kick in, they be on it. They hold, hey, okay, they're bosoms. All right, they hold down their bosoms.
And they got their hands to the heavens.
Man, they do, bro. Be faded.
That with the hand was that is one hand up and the other
Be
one
faded.
to their
Oh
chest.
yeah, drink in the air, bro.
I
Drink
was
in
thinking the other day. She one of her joints.
wise enough. Be off key like a motherfucker.
One of her
Was it
joints gotta be
shady
one of her joints gotta be Last Night with Gadget and Keisha Cole. I know
Yeah.
Come on, man.
with this blank expression. I know that they gonna play that.
Hey, Gadget, but am I lying though? As fucked up as that sound, I'm not lying. You've seen it. Oh, they do that out there too?
Come on, bro. Keisha Cole's from here, nigga. Come on now.
I'm just saying, no, just meaning like, I'm saying from a universal standpoint that her music makes you do that.
Yeah.
I ain't clowning. It's just, you know, when you
I ain't
close your eyes.
No, it's fact. That's
When you close your eyes and tilt your chin, that's music doing something for you.
Keisha.
So her fans gonna come out.
Yeah.
And Ashanti got that. Ashanti
really
gonna have
got that
cutesy
visual.
fans.
I really got that
'cause
visual,
it's
man.
all-
You're
it's all-
absolutely
it's all
correct.
Yeah, bruh. Right, and it's
Absolutely
always the right
correct.
hand, yo. No, the left hand hold down the titties. My bad. Yeah. You gotta hold them down and raise the glass. And look to the heavens, yo.
Oh no, I ain't even mad at this.
I'm about to share my screen with y'all real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, let's break up the monotony.
Hold on. Have you guys ever been to Royalty Exchange?
No.
Mm-mm.
It's where you can purchase royalties to songs. Like some people want to sell the writing credits to popular songs or even like independent songs.
Royalty exchange. Okay.
Hold on, let me share the screen real quick.
Oh my God, I gotta do this for 4 other of these. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna be all night.
So look at this. One of the writers,
This shit go. Nigga. Like what?
one of the writers sold their writing royalties for Empire State of Mind for $190,000.
Oh wow.
Damn.
So like the stock market.
Yeah,
I see.
but if you look at they show you how much the song made yearly. Their writer's share only made $32,733.
I could live with that if that's one song of many.
Shit. Mm-hmm.
Would you sell it for 190? Like you could after what? 10, well, I guess you got 10 years. You're
2.5 times what you netted on it.
and you get it back after 10 years. So
I wonder if inflation will take hold.
So
will it depreciate?
The highest song on here is the Mac Miller Wiz Khalifa song that's going for $3 million, and it makes $242,000 a year.
Damn.
I thought you was talking about the long way. I see you again. Man, that shit gonna be played forever. That's a forever song.
Look into the heavens.
I've never even heard this fucking song.
I acknowledge the fact that I am completely ignorant about a lot of different ways to monetize music. And so I'm very short-sighted about it. And I definitely need to improve that about myself because I mean, it's people. My man Nelson the other day. Did you follow him on Facebook? Nelson Johnson? He just did the theme song for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
I think I follow him. Is that the guy we want to talk with that night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the guy who was here. Okay. And he did that workshop. Man, Just in terms of hanging around, just hanging around. I'm just gonna hang around. I'm just gonna rack up these credits. Eventually, I'm gonna do a movie, something like that. But I don't, I'm kind of leery though. I don't. What is all this gonna look like in 3 years? And,
No one knows.
For it to be this
Means we'll see
fire
nothing like
sale
this.
for it to be this fire sale on publishing, what is happening? We should call Theo Ellis. I wonder if I can get Theo Ellis to jump on here and tell us that. You want me to try to get Theo on here?
Sure.
Keisha.
But first, who's Theo Ellis?
Theo Ellis owns Pro Sound Audio. He specializes in publishing.
I follow somebody who works for him. I just follow somebody.
Yep. He specializes in publishing.
Sure.
And all that.
Who did I follow? Somebody I follow works for that company. And it was somebody that Blacksmith tagged.
Yep. Theo is the guy.
Tag Alexander.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Classic.
Damn, this is a small ass world, man.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Not a day.
That's funny because Blacksmith tagged us all on the Instagram post today.
Tagged us all like who?
Me and Wallace.
He mad. He's very cool. He's gonna do we're gonna do this the next What Now Sunday. Supposedly the first What Now is supposed to come out this week, Gadget. It got edited and everything.
Okay.
Hey, teach your kids how to edit video.
Duly noted.
Have them start with TikTok videos and then go,
graduate from there.
Because the editing video, well, you can make some money if you ain't got shit up. We'll see if he respond. I'm not gonna call him. I'm gonna hit him in the text. So let's see here. Man, I should put these transcripts just like this. Mav, every one of them interviews was like 47 pages.
Damn.
And
maybe I shouldn't have said something.
Every time you took a breath, every time you took a pause, it went to another line.
Let alone when I said it.
Right. And it's saying some craziness at that.
Oh, so it automatically transcribed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm still trying to like put it together in like some type of cogent way for it to make sense because it's just hearing words.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Math, man.
Not necessarily sounding like a literary piece at the moment.
Not at all.
Gotcha.
Hey, what type of in-ear headphones are those? Earphones are those? AirPods or whatever.
Oh, you talking to Math?
Oh, Galaxy joints, Galaxy Buds.
Oh,
you like them?
They came with the phone.
Yeah, the rough.
I got the fat.
Very rough.
I got the fat rubber parts because I got big ears. Pause. Fat rubber parts.
Can you close the case up?
Yeah.
Okay.
See. Absolutely.
The joints last off a charge maybe roughly about 3 hours or so.
Gadget, yours work for 3 hours?
Yeah, off a single charge, yeah, and then the case, so I can get like 3 charges off about 9 hours total.
I feel like I don't.
And usually I just alternate ears.
I don't typically wear them. I must not be typically wearing them that long, but Gadget got people out here looking at re-ing up with Verizon for iPhones and shit. He's like, "Hey man, you got to get an iPhone, dog."
Yo, this is the thing. Do you have to, in order to be able to use like video, iPhone video and shit, do you have to have a subscription? and shit? Or can you just use the phone?
You
What are you
talking about
talking
Talking about like if I got an iPhone, like a 12 or whatever, do I have to actually get that shit turned on to be able to use the camera?
No,
I don't think
you
Okay.
shouldn't.
Alright.
I mean, you shouldn't. Don't
I know
quote
some
me.
dumb people that if that's the case.
You had to
'Cause I was
probably need to be unbricked or whatnot.
be on what?
Bricked. Opened up
What that?
opened up so you can use whatever carrier or whatever for it. Said it
No,
like
I wouldn't get it for the fact of looking to turn it on. I would just get it solely for
I
video.
know, but sometimes people selling phones, you have to buy them if you just want to just use it. Sometimes you have to buy them unbricked in
That's
order to
fucking
use it
crazy.
because
That's
they're
good to know.
connected to whatever carrier. Because like a Verizon phone or whatever, you're gonna need Verizon to open that bitch if it's not bricked. If it
Wow.
is bricked or whatever. I mean, certain phones are like that. But I wouldn't think that you would need all that shit for an iPhone. No, you
Yeah,
should.
to be able to just
Just
fucking point and
can't
shoot a
talk.
video
Yeah, you should be
and
able.
get
You
the
should.
video off the phone. Yeah.
I mean, this is Apple we talking about, so who knows? But
I don't
I
know.
would-
Well, that's why I was asking y'all, because y'all the Apple users.
I mean,
You ever heard of that?
I'm on the phone. I have an iPad, so
Oh, okay. You got an iPhone, right, Gadget?
I have an iPad. I don't
Oh,
have
okay.
I don't think that's. I mean, I don't think that's the case though. But I'm just thinking of possibilities. I highly would doubt that though.
Okay. But I was gonna just go
an
to a joint and get one.
for
What do you want that? What do you want? Just to shoot videos?
Yeah, just to shoot videos with. Yeah.
You
DJ
might.
DJ Marcus, what up?
And I know, I mean, I can pay about the same amount for a DSLR too, but you know, for a decent joint.
Oh.
I'm learning.
I mean, there's other
Nigga don't
options.
know
Other options, though. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like you told me about the desktop shit.
the Pixels have good cameras too.
Google joints.
Pixels have excellent cameras.
What'd you say?
You said they got what?
They have excellent cameras.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Bro.
they're
Even
pretty
for
much
even
hand
for
in
light
hand.
situations.
They're hand in hand when it comes to iPhone with their camera.
I think even better.
Yeah,
That's what's up. Okay. Say no more, fam.
It-
and
hey,
like the
Everybody
latest
jealous.
Pixel is hella cheap. I mean, if you want to buy like the latest phone or whatever. But
Yeah,
what
because
was
I ain't
it?
gonna get this shit activated. I just
Yeah.
need that shit with as much RAM as I can get.
Well, what was the fucking not the Pixel 3, whatever that highest tier of that Pixel 3, what is they the XL or whatever the fuck that shit's called with Pixel. I think that one had a good camera.
The camera on.
remember when we all complained about how Lil Wayne put out too many songs and he was oversaturating the market? Look how that
Complain
turned.
about him and T-Pain.
Look how it worked out for him.
Beat it like a cat. Beat it like a cat.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling the motherfucking Bob Marley shit though, to be honest.
Did T-Pain have the career to be oversaturated?
T-Pain.
For the runner he had, I would say so.
T-Pain had some great singles.
Yeah.
I think he had a
Them
good
shits
run.
was good though. Yeah, he had a good ass run.
He had an ass of features, yo.
Yeah, he did.
Rock up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the motherfucking verses, that nigga was cheating on his verses too. This nigga playing the motherfuckers.
I mean, but technically, was he?
That nigga was there was
Yeah,
the songs,
I
but they
mean,
were nigga. He was playing the concert versions with all the extra instrumentation and 1,500 or nothing fucking versions and shit. Like,
Oh shit. Okay.
niggas was playing their regular songs. That nigga was playing all the extra shit.
Killing it. Yeah.
All these different ass chord progressions for "I'm in Love with a Stripper" and shit. I'm like, I ain't never heard all this shit.
Hey, Hurst, I like a couple Wayne songs. I like the Wayne songs that that Heat Makers did. Heat Makers gave Wayne some fire. I mean, goddamn. With Lil Wayne rapping over the Isley Brothers, that shit was fire.
I like the mixtape stuff.
I can't even lie about that. But the majority of stuff I did not listen to, but I did listen to of course I think everything after that wobbly shit. I mean,
nigga, everything after that, nah.
After that, hey,
For Wayne, I mean, all juvie shit. Talking about back that ass up.
I like that record too.
I like
Yeah,
it.
Falling Degrees slap.
I like it.
Forever slap me.
I like it as a DJ, but nothing I would play for myself.
yeah, get in the car. That shit was awful.
Right.
At least turn it down.
But
I'm slapping the fuck out that album. That shit.
It's about context, man. Like I said, I heard 400 Degrees. I was in Baton Rouge.
Hey,
okay,
and it was
So that's
popping off
context.
down there.
nigga, the context of bass,
Chop it up about
that shit slap.
Shout out to Wallace for calling me Merman, bro. That shit, that motherfucking meme might have to carry me to the end of the year. That shit.
Okay.
That shit, man. Oh my god. And as soon as I saw this shit, yo, I was weak.
Okay.
But I still had to go and look up the video to laugh.
Hey, Hertz, since when does a verse need to make sense? I mean, Ghostface can spit the most. I mean, I love Ghost. Some of his shit, sense of it. Like we can't just say you hate Lil Wayne because you it don't make sense.
You did say turn down Ghost though.
I did.
Oh damn!
And it was hey nigga, turn down Ghost.
Right.
I mean, his verses where he did make sense, but if we go on a lot of the mix when he was coming with the crazy ass fucking metaphors, that's when I see what you saying hurts. But the older shit was he was actually making sense.
I liked 6 feet, the Bangladesh joint.
Yeah.
In the club, oh my god. And what's the a Millie?
Yeah, in the club.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hurts is getting at all the his metaphorical prowess.
But a Millie would rock when you would particularly hear somebody cover it and they let the drummer go off and play that shit.
Yeah.
I've heard some crazy ass arrangements of that shit.
For real?
Yeah. Drummer Aaron Spears did some shit like that.
Now,
Killed that shit.
Now during fucking drug binges, that's when he that's the verse were weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm high up in the sky. You can call me Sun Man.
Who said that?
Motherfucker like James Brown saying "Gotta mooch."
He would say he ain't saying that. I just came up with that, but it'd be some shit like that.
It's my man's right here. I want to welcome Theo Ellis to the chat tonight. What up, though, Theo?
What up?
What up, though?
What up,
Theo? We got Black Math from the DMV. We got Gadget from the DMV. We got RTO Beats from Oakland. And we want to ask you, man. I mean, Theo Ellis is from Pro Sound Media. He is an expert in publishing and royalties.
Too kind.
What is going on, man? Why is everybody selling all their music, man?
Yeah, interesting.
What is the play?
Here's the thing. What the end game is, I'm real curious myself, because I don't think it's a coincidence that everybody's selling right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's a coincidence. What that end game is, I'm not sure. And I guess on an artist to artist basis, it depends. I mean, like, let's look at the Bob Dylan situation. I mean, dude's 89 years old. Sell it, man. I mean, like, real talk. Are you going to be here another 50 years? No. Like, mathematically, that's not possible. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. Are you, at 89, I mean, real talk, to get to 100, you got a decade left. So to go ahead and cash out for 300 mil or whatever and live your last 10 years balling it out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Why
That's
not?
that's what it appears to be.
But that's no, that's one situation, right? That's Bob Dylan. That's 89 years old. Let's look at Timberland. He's not 89 years old.
That's
Timberland's
true.
got a full life ahead of him. Okay, he sold 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like he didn't even sell just now when everybody else. He sold 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know where's his motivation? I mean, look at Wayne. You know Wayne's situation, selling the masters. You know they're just masters. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the audio. That's not the composition. So that's not even selling the publishing.
You
That's
still
just,
have to
yeah, exactly. So I mean, he's still going to cash out on his publishing, but to sell
That's
the
a way to
music,
think about it.
I mean, you know, I don't know the exact details of the Wayne deal, like how long, like if he sold the masters indefinitely, or is it just a 10-year, 20-year deal, or what the case is there. I'd be interested to see that too, because that would, you know, the devil's in the details, right? So that'll tell you a lot about what's going on with it as well. Like it was like we'll do 100 mil, and we get to exploit these for the next 20 years, and then you get them back, type thing. Okay, again, another good move. You know, that everything we do in the music industry is the licensing of copyright, period. You know what I'm saying? Like every single thing we do, we release music to Spotify, to, you know, you put it up on Take Your CD Baby, your DistroKid, whoever. The agreement you sign with DistroKid, CD Baby is the agreement for you to license the music to them. They then sign the agreement with Apple and Spotify to license the music to them, right? So it gets licensed twice before it even gets to Apple and them. You see what I'm saying? But they would not be able to even release it if those licenses weren't signed, because, you know, go to your the 6 elements of copyright. You know what I mean? The first one being the right to make a copy, right? No one has the right to make a copy except for the owner of the copyrighted work, right? So when we distribute music, they have to make a copy to put it on their servers. So they need it just for that fact. You know what I'm saying? Well, the second part of the copyright is the right to distribute. No one has the right to distribute except the original owner. So again, they need your permission for that. So you know, and we go on through all the different parts of it. But at the end of the day, everything we do is the licensing of copyright, and whether it's temporary, whether it's permanent, you know, in perpetuity or whatnot, we're licensing those copyrights. My thing is, I am on that torn on the fence with it, because I am of the opinion of, yeah, you know, hold on to your stuff as long as you can. At the same time, I'm also of the opinion that, you know, if it makes sense, if the bag is big enough, listen, you can always create more music. Okay, I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, I can give you my whole catalog right now, and I got 0 songs I own, and I'll go back in the lab. Now I'll create a whole new catalog, you know what I mean, to sell that, you know. And I think maybe that's where like guys like Timbo and that are thinking, like, you know, Timbo's like, oh man, I can always create more bangers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't own those, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's what Bob Dylan's thinking. He's just thinking cash out and run, you know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, Bob Dylan, even though he sold it, he's still the administrator.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that is interesting that he is still the administrator. And keep in mind too, remember the two sides of publishing is there's the writer share and the publisher share. So he only sold the like you always retain your writer share, right?
Exactly.
So he'll always still get some money as a writer of songs. Like that'll never go away, you know. So, and I think that's the other thing too. Like when you hear people saying, "Don't sell your publishing," this, that. I don't think a lot of people understand that, you know, you do always still keep a piece of that because you're the writer. You can never give up your writer's share. It's illegal for publishers to even take your writer's share. There's no way, like the copyright law doesn't allow for that to happen. You know,
right? You know what I always found weird, that terrestrial radio only pays writers of the song. The performer doesn't get paid from radio unless they wrote something on, unless they have a writer share.
Wow.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And so I'll give you a quick rundown on why that is. And so it goes back to the beginning of music publishing. So first and foremost, music publishing for the most part started in France. Like that's where the general consensus is. Now hold on, I want to get rid of this messaging that keeps popping up because it's irritating me. And I'm sure you guys can hear it every 2 seconds. But anyway. So you know, the story goes in France that, you know, these composers or whatever of these works, they were at a restaurant, you know, having a coffee at a bistro or whatever, and some of their music was playing or whatever, and then they was like, wait a minute, you never, you know, paid us for that or whatever, you know, and so they refused to pay their bill. Basically, they were like, "So if y'all not paying you our music, we ain't paying for your coffee. Fuck you," you know. But as it, you know, fast forward to America and whatnot, and just music publishing in general, the songwriter and publisher relationship exists from the standpoint of writers were creating works. I mean, you think about this, go back 200 years, 300 years. You know, music's been around forever. And when we go back all the way back to the beginning of music, the beginning of copyrights, okay, it goes back to the 1800s, 1700s even. How did people listen to music? There was no terrestrial radio. Certainly wasn't no internets or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the only way people heard music back in the day was by playing it. You know, there was a time in America alone that, you know, damn near every house had a piano in it because that's the only way you heard music. You played it. So people are writing songs, right? And, you know, they would sell the songs, whatever. And so the book publishers came in and said, listen, tell you what, you write the songs, we'll print them, we'll publish them, okay? And we'll help you sell them. And then we'll split the profits, 50-50. You wrote the song, we're taking care of the business side of things, we split it 50-50. So this is the birth of the writer share and the publisher share. It comes from this relationship right here, right? And they would do things like they would hire song pluggers, right? So imagine like in today's age, there's a dude standing out in front of, you know, Walmart or whatever, playing this song or singing this song. And as people come, oh, that's a great song. Well, hey, man, you could buy a piece of this sheet music. You know, you could buy this song here for 2 bits or whatever. And that's how they did it. So if they sold 1,000 copies, you know, 1,000 copies of this sheet music, they got paid for every single, basically every person that heard their song only heard it if they bought it. So they got paid every single time, right?
Right.
So then let's fast forward to the age of, you know, player pianos and stuff like that, okay? And, you know, the player pianos, they got those scrolls they put in there and, you know, it plays by itself. So the publisher would sell it to the player piano company. Hey, we got this sheet music by my man Rod. You need to, you know, buy this, put this in your pianos. And they would. They'd pay the publisher some money. The publisher would give it to the writer, and everybody was happy until somebody sat back and said, wait a minute. They sold like, you know, 10,000 of them scrolls with those pianos, and we only got paid the one time when we sold it to them. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, again, the way copyright is written, that the only person that has the right to make a copy is the copyright owner. So now when I sell it to the player piano company and they're making copies, they need to pay us for those copies. And since it was the, you know, the pianos were mechanical, that's where the mechanical royalty was born. Right? It was from the sale of those scrolls of the player pianos that mechanically played these pianos. So they say, okay, every time we make a copy of a scroll, we will give you X amount of money for the copy, according to what copyright, you know, law says. And that rate changed over the years. Currently, the mechanical royalty rate is 9.1 cents, and it continues to go up over the next 4 or 5 years because of the Music Modernization Act. But so it's 9.1 cent per copy. And so, and I'll come back to that in a minute. This important thing. So that was really the first, other than the sales royalty, the royalty for the sale of something. The mechanical royalty was the first, you know, actual royalty, you know, related just to the publishing. Then we get to when radio comes in. And remember, when radio first came, it was live. They had live people up in that joint performing songs. You know, there wasn't no record playing. So it was live people singing the songs. So again, the publishers would sell the sheet music to the record company, RCA Records. RCA Records is going to hire somebody. They're going to hire Gadget to come on the radio and perform that song, right?
Oh, wow.
Gadget's like, keep me out of it, bro. But, right. So that's right. You know what I'm saying? I know Mav ain't shy. We put him up in the mix, right? So they hired somebody to perform that song, right? So once again, people getting hip. They're going, wait a minute. We sell it one time to the record company, but then they go on the radio and perform that. You know, it used to be, you know, when it gets performed on the radio, now it's going out to 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 100,000 people. Before, if somebody heard my music, it's because 1,000 people bought that piece of music.
Right.
Now I sell it one time to the radio station and 10,000 people hear it, and I don't get paid for that You know, they're performing my stuff and not paying me. And then here comes the performance royalty.
Royalty. Yep.
Okay. So that's where that term even comes from. Even though songs are no longer performed on the radio, when it's played on the record, it's still considered a performance, right? Because it goes back to that era, you know. So that's, you know, that's a brief, you know, history of all of that. And in the midst of all this, you know, where we get ASCAP and BMI and all that is, you know, in America, everybody got together, the songwriters, the publishers got together, all the composers got together, and they decided to form a union of sorts to work together called American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers.
Yep.
ASCAP, right? Now, when we got, and ASCAP was the only one for a long time. And by the way, the U.S. is the only country that has more than one PRO. Every other country, there's only one PRO. And that's all there's shit, quite honestly. This, you know, don't get me wrong, I love America. I'm all about capitalism and free trade and all that shit like that. But it creates an issue in the world of copyrights. There shouldn't be more than one PRO. There really shouldn't. But anyway, we're the only country that has that shit. So you go fast forward when radio did come and the performance royalties did start being generated. So the radio stations got to pay these licensing fees and this and that. And at one point, the radio stations get together and say, hold up, here's the deal, player. I understand what you're saying. We got to pay you. I get it. We got to pay you. But how do we know we're even paying the right amount of money? For all we know, you sticking it to us. So I'll tell you what, we're going to form our own little group to keep tabs on these royalties. Okay. And we'll pay you. But, you know, we're going to form our own little commission to do this so that we know that everything's above board. And we're going to call it Broadcast Musicians Incorporated. BMI. Yep. So that's the birth of ASCAP and BMI, right? Like one was founded by the authors and the publishers to make sure that authors and publishers were being paid properly. The other one was formed by the radio stations to make sure they paid the lowest rate. So now how does that relate to today? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Whether you're with ASCAP or BMI, it really does not matter. They both pay about the same rate. I mean, maybe there's a little fraction of a difference, but not noticeable like shit. I better go over there because they're getting more money. No, doesn't matter which one you know, as a publisher that represents writers from all the PROs, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC in the US, as well as international ones. We have writers from SOCAN, Gamma over in Germany, PRS in the UK. I mean, all around the world we represent writers. But in the US, I can tell you that there is really no real difference. You know, some areas one may collect a little better than others. Like, for example, sync licensing, one may make sure that if there's any performances on TV that they're catching all of those, whereas the other one may not do as good a job, but they both do the same, and their job is the same, which is to collect licensing fees for performances within the United States. That's it. Their job is not to collect overseas money. Their job is not to do anything other than whenever your song's being performed, which again, performances, if it's played on the radio, if it's you know, on a television show or something like that, or even if it's live performance and you submit the set list, right? If it's been performed somewhere, then their job is to collect the licensing fee for that performance. That's it. That is
let me ask you a question. So something that we talk about is, so there's a large group of us. We all produce, we all make beats, we all, you know, and one thing we talk about is Bandcamp releases versus streaming releases. And from a volume perspective, we there's about 20 of us, and we probably this year we've put out probably, what was that number? 19 projects,
like 18 or 19, yeah, something like that.
The majority of which on Bandcamp. The majority of which on Bandcamp. Do you advise people with smaller fan bases to go direct to consumer, or to just solely focus around what's happening with streaming and just acknowledge the fact that the return is not going to be very much until you get a bigger fan base?
Well, first, I think it's important to every artist needs to know where their fan base lives. That's first and foremost, right? So if you know your fan base lives on Bandcamp, then do that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I do, like at my company, like, you know, empowering musicians everywhere. That's our motto, right? Like, so we're all about empowering musicians, and we do that twofold. The first fold is by teaching them the business of music, giving them an understanding of publishing, kind of like what I just gave you guys the brief history there, so that they have a basic understanding. They don't need to be experts in it, but they do at least need to understand that, hey, there's a writer share and a publisher share, and here's why that relationship exists and where it comes from, and here's what my job is, and here's what your job is, so that everybody is on the same page, right? That's first off, and then of course the other way we empower them is by going out there and getting their money for them, creating opportunities, licensing, placements, whatever, right? But the very first thing we do with any new artist or any new client, I should say, that comes to us, is make sure they're incorporated. That's step one. Are you incorporated? If you're not incorporated, let's get you incorporated. Why? Because this is a business. So we're here to teach you the business of music. You are a business. You have a product. Your product is music. That is your product, right? And so you have to, when you do that, again, let's talk about it. You're going to go to the studio. You need to rent studio time, right? Okay. Guess what? That's a write-off, right? Because it's an expense for your business. But it's only an expense for your business if you're incorporated, right? If you LLC, if you have a business, right? So the expense, the studio time is expense. Hey, my car's broke down. I had to Uber to the studio. Guess what? Expense. If you got a car and you had to stop and put gas in it to get to the studio, expense. I need McDonald's on the way there because I got to eat before I get to the studio, expense, right? Exactly. If you're an artist or if you're a musician, I need some guitar strings, expense. I need a new drum head or new drumsticks, expense. All of this. We're doing a live show. I need a new fit for the show. I mean, head to toe. Okay. I got to have a new J's. I need this. I got that. I need a new fit. All of it. Expense. Right. Because these are all expenses to sell your product. Right. So you got a home studio. Right. As a business, you're able to write off a percentage of your utility bills, your lights, your gas, your water. Not the whole thing, but a percentage. And it's based upon the size of the room that you do in your office. So let's say your bedroom was your studio and it's 10 by 10 or something like that. Then they might say, well, as a result of that, you can deduct 15% of your utilities, but hey, that's 15% lower. You know what I mean? Like these are all expenses. That means when you file taxes, you get that money back most times anyway. Most of the time anyway. You know what I mean? It's going to result in one of two things. Either you didn't make enough money, so you'll get all that money back. Or if you did make enough money, then it's going to decrease your taxable amount of what you owe. Either way, you know what I'm saying? You're putting yourself in a better position. So that's what that's a big part of what we do. But yeah, knowing where your fan base lives, man. Sorry, I got off on a tangent there, but
you all right?
But knowing where your fan base lives is important. We look at that first. Where does your fan base live? Where are we going to target them at? A big part of what I do is I don't care about streams. Not that I don't care about streaming, because that is an important thing. But what I'm saying is, for us, it's about fans, right? We are all about fans. I don't care about first week sales. I don't care about second week sales. Album dropped. How many did we do this week? I don't care about none of those numbers. Those are things that traditionally record labels like the majors care about, the first week numbers, even the first month numbers, things like that. We don't care about any of that. What I care about is week 51. Where are we at a year from now? Do you have more fans than you did a year ago? Because if you do, then we did our job, right? If you're still at the same place, then obviously we didn't do our job. But that's not the case. We won't do our job. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's about building a fan base, because the 1,000 fan model, right? Everybody thinks you need Jay-Z type numbers. Everybody always thinks you're either here or you're here. You're nobody or you're Jay-Z. That is not true, man. That couldn't be further from the truth. You know what I'm saying? There are levels to this shit. Straight up. For example, I'm gonna ask you all three the same question. Have any of you ever heard of a guy named D.O. Gibson?
Who? D.O. Gibson?
Yep, D.O. Gibson.
No,
I know. And the day that somebody says yes, I'm gonna fall out my chair. I pose this question all the time at conferences everywhere around the world. And the reason being is because D.O. Gibson, first thing you need to know about him is he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. In 2007, he set the record for the world's longest freestyle rap. 8 hours and 47 minutes. non-stop freestyle rap for 8 hours and 47 minutes. They would write down a word and hold it up, and he had to keep rapping. So that's how they knew it was off the top and wasn't memorized. 8 hours and 47 minutes, old boy did that. Before he did it, the record didn't even exist. It wasn't even in the books. When he did it, that established it. It's been broke a few times since 2007, but he's credited as the guy that made it. You know what I'm saying? But with that, he got his little 15 minutes of fame. But that's not what catapulted him to having a music career. Okay, D.L. Gibson lives. He's from Toronto, Canadian dude. He lives in a house that costs $1.7 million. D.L. Gibson drives a brand new Lexus, right? D.L. Gibson hasn't worked a day job in over 20 years, He's solely making a living from his music. And yet, despite all of those accolades, none of you guys have heard of him. The majority of the world hasn't heard of him, right? And I say that to say this. There's levels. You don't have to be at Jay-Z status. You can be where no one even knows who the fuck you are, but you still were able to buy a house worth $1.7 million and feed your family and not work a day job for over 20 years. You see what I'm saying? Because he's understood how to leverage fan base, right? You only need 1,000 fans. Everybody thinks you need 100,000, 50,000 numbers. 1,000 fans is all you need, right? If you're able to get 1,000 fans and then you find something to sell to them every month, whether it's merch, whether it's a new song, a download on Bandcamp, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? A free verse, a collab, whatever. You find a way to engage your fans for a low price of $8 a month. $8 a month. I need to get $8 out of Gadget. How can I get $8 out of Gadget? I need to get $8 out of Matt. I need to get $8 out of Rob, right? 1,000 fans times $8 a month, that's $8,000 a month. What's that in a 12-month cycle?
Yeah. 96,000.
Yeah, that's almost 100 bands. If you can't live off of 96,000, you probably got a bad cocaine habit. Okay. Okay. All right. Or a hooker habit or something. You know what I'm saying?
Mav, see?
Not us.
I mean, listen, I'm a sucker for the toy chest personally. But anyway. But real talk though. I mean, now listen, that's with just 1,000. That's just with 1,000 fans, right? You could cut that in half with 500 fans, and you could do it two ways. You could take 1,000 fans and say, you know what? I'm only gonna get $4 a month out of them. So now you're at 4,000. That's a $48,000 a year. That's better than a job. That's better than a job at Chrysler, or just as good anyway.
Absolutely.
You know, right. So 1,004, or you could take the 1,000 and chop it in half to 500 and still keep it at $8. Right. So now you only needed 500 people to get $8 from. Now let's really do the numbers. How many people on this planet?
Roughly 8 billion.
Yeah.
8 billion with a B.
Billion.
Right.
You can't find 1,000 people out of 8 billion.
You shouldn't be doing it.
There you go. Either you need to check your product for one.
Should be a hobby.
You know, I always tell people this: it's either one of two things. Either your music really is that bad, or it's probably the second thing. You're just not trying. Period. Right? Music is a global commodity. You know what I'm saying? Global commodity. If you just tapped into the, you know, we have clients from all over, right? And those pings you were hearing earlier is my client from Indonesia, right? And if you tap into the Chinese market, right? For example, okay, there's 1 billion people in mainland China, 1 billion with a B, right? Now check this out. If you only tapped into 1% of them, you know 1% of 1 billion is 10 million.
10 million.
That's 1%. Not 50%. That's 1%. If you tap into 1% of that 1%, that's still a million people.
A million.
Yeah.
I need that.
Music is a global commodity.
So how do you get?
I tell you, you get it like this, man.
I definitely I hear what you're saying.
Let me get 10 people in Michigan to be my fan.
Okay.
Let me get 10 people in Dallas to be my fan. Let me get 10 people in New York to be my fan. 9 million people in New York. Let me get 10 million of them. You know what I mean? How many people in LA? Let me just get 10 of them. Right? Let me just get 10 of them.
That's in 50
these
states.
10 turns into hundreds, and these hundreds turn into 1,000. right? And but you don't just keep it to the U.S. Can I get 3 people in France? Just 3 people in France to rock with me. Can I get another 3 in Germany? Right? There's 240 territories worldwide. You know what I mean? And there's probably a little bit more than that, but I mean main territories, right? 240 of them. You know what I mean? All you need is literally like 3 people from every country to be a fan. That's it.
Right.
Right? It's far more obtainable than people, like I said, they always think you're here or you're here, but that's not the case, right? Like, I think one of the biggest things is knowing where you're at in that. Like, I always tell this. So, if I asked any one of you to sing happy birthday right now, you could do it, right? Because the reality is we can all sing. We all have that ability to sing, right? Mm-hmm. However, not everybody's a singer. Okay? Now, you could be a singer, that don't make you an artist. You could be an artist, that don't make you a star. You could be a star, that don't make you a superstar. You could be a superstar, but that don't make you a legend. And you could be a legend, but that don't make you an icon. There's levels. So the first important piece of all of that is knowing where you are at, right? And then you know where you need to get to, right? And so that's one of the first things, because you got people running around here thinking they're already at this level. Like, nah, cuz stop gassing yourself up and having your friends gas you up too. You know what I'm saying? But it's important to know where you are, because it's okay to be down here. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, again, Dio is not a star. He's not a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? But he's living like one. You know what I mean? He's doing very well.
Numbers don't lie. Those numbers ain't lying.
You know, but what he was starting, what he was able to do, one of the things he does is he's a motivational speaker. Like, he's spoken at Harvard. He's spoken at different, places and whatnot. He's a motivational speaker. So one of the things he does is Black History Month comes around. Mm-hmm. He does like 40, 50 schools during Black History Month, speaking on not just Black history, but like anti-bullying and, just good positive messages in the schools. But when he does that, how many of those kids does it leave an impression with and they become a fan?
Yeah.
Right? And he does that every single year. So again, the 2 becomes 4, becomes 8, becomes 16, and his fan base continually grows, right? And most of those kids rock with him, through high school. Of course, and they start getting more into the popular music, the Drakes and the Weezys and the whatever, and they're like, okay, that guy was lame. It was great motivational shit, but I'm here to get my bop on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they rock with him for a while. You know what I'm saying? And some of them, you'll see posts on his website. I remember, I'm in college now, but I remember when you came to my school, it was dope and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the majority of them, they tend to age out if you look at his fan base. But at the end of the day, man, he's constantly doing it again. So he's constantly replacing them, because every February, he's hitting those schools and building that fan base up. So knowing, again, who to target, where your fan base lives, you'll have people do something like this, where they go, if I pull up your numbers right now and look at them, let's say you had only 300 people following you on IG, but you got 100,000 people following you on Facebook, right? Now, everybody knows IG is the more popular platform, you know what I mean? Especially with younger people and whatnot. And so most people go, I need to get them IG numbers up. I'm going to start running some ads and I'm going to start doing some shit to get my IG numbers up. No, that's completely the opposite of what you should be doing. You have 100,000 people rocking with you. Your fan base lives on Facebook. So your ads should be ran on Facebook, where your fan base lives. Right? Don't worry about the fact that you only got 300 on IG. Trust me, as the Facebook continues to grow, it will bubble over into the IG.
That's interesting.
But you don't focus. Why would you focus it where we only have 200 people following you?
I think that it's a lot of. I think that we follow a lot of trends. Like, people try to jump on, a lot of different trends to try to identify new people to engage with, when in actuality you already have relationships with people where you already are, and you can catalyze those.
It's some good networking and to bring context into the conversation. The conversation him and I were having about Clubhouse was, my colleague had mentioned how easy it was to network on there. And I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, it is. However, I said, for me, you realize, like, that's no different than music conferences. Like, when I go to conferences, I'm doing that same networking, and he's like, yeah, but there's much higher level people here. And I'm like, yeah, but those are the circles that I roll with. When I go to conferences, I'm not there for the turn up. I'm not there for none of that. I did that one time. I learned my lesson. And real talk. Listen, first conference I ever went to, man. I don't even remember how many years ago, but anyway, it was A3C, and I go to A3C, man, and I was going as an artist, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I was DJing for D.O. Gibson, as a matter of fact. D.O. Gibson was performing at A3C as an official artist. You know what I'm saying? And I DJ for him sometimes. So he was like, "Hey, man, you want to come as my DJ?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'll come." So we go down there, and one of the best trips ever, man. You know, not everything was comped, all this stuff like this, but more importantly, you know, I'm getting put in these situations, right? Like where I produce as well. So my other producer buddy's like, "Hey, man, I'm going to a session today. You want to roll with me?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'll roll with you." So we go to what the hell was it? I don't even remember the name of the studio right now. But anyway, big studio where, like, I mean, Destiny's Childs had recorded there, Justin Bieber's album was recorded there, all these people recorded there and whatnot. And we're working on this thing, and there was a lady in the room that's chilling with us, and she was kind of overseeing the project we were working on with all these songwriters. And there was like Mary J's songwriter was there, Lecrae's songwriter was there. You know, there was all these top songwriters who were working on this project. In the middle, we get a phone call, or she gets a phone call, I should say. She comes back and she's like, "Hey, we need to stop working on this. We got to work on this Sprite commercial for the BET Awards. It's due in like 3 hours." So we bang that out. All this great opportunity, right? And that was when I first learned about sync licensing, quite honestly. And so I shot my shot to this lovely lady. I said, "Hey, how do I get my music in that Sprite commercial?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Hey, I got a catalog. She looked dead at me, and let me down as easy as she could. She was like, "Oh, honey, we only do that for our clients." I was like, "Oh, okay." You know, a swing and a miss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know. And so later on, we're hanging out, and my boy and everybody had left, and it's just me, my boy, and this lady, the lady that shot me down earlier. And so he tells me, he's like, "Oh, did you guys meet formally? Let me introduce you." And he's like, "Hey, this is Faith. This is my boy Theo. He produces and da." And then he's like, "You know Faith, right?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, yeah, we met earlier because I talked to her about the sync stuff." And he's like, "No, like, you don't know who she is?" I'm like, "No, I don't know who she is." And he's like, "That's Faith Newman, the lady that signed Nas for Illmatic." I was like, "Oh." He's like one of the top 25 A&Rs in hip hop history.
Wow.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what I mean? And of course, then it's all making sense. Like, oh, no wonder she's talking to me like this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Matter of fact, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know, whatever, right? So there was an opportunity squandered, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, later on in the week, we going out. I'm turning up. We doing all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, dude, there's one point I'm walking down the street and Ninth Wonder's flagging us down, running behind us, trying to catch us. Right? I'm like, who the hell's chasing us? I look, it's Ninth Wonder. Like, what the hell? Right? And he was trying to holler at my boy, you know, "Where y'all going? What y'all doing?" Woo-woo. You know, all this stuff. Again, another opportunity squandered, right? I had all these opportunities while I was down there, and they were all squandered because I was too busy worried about the turn up. I came back with all these great stories, like I'm telling you. "Oh, man, I was in the studio with this person. I did this. I did it. Woo, woo, woo." And I remember one of my boys asked me, "Well, did you get their number?" And I was like,
"You make the connect.
Motherfucker."
The connection,
you know what I mean? Even when I was there with Faith, I never got her info. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when I was like, you know what? Never again. Bro, you go to my timeline right now, you will see pictures. I'm not lying, bro. I'm not lying. You will see pictures because I post them when I go to conferences. I got stacks of business cards like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, flat out. You know what I mean? And they're never, you know, like some intern. Like, these are all, you know, senior vice presidents and things like this, right? Like, they're all high level because I made sure that if I'm gonna be in those situations, like, you know, like that first instance showed me just how easy it was to connect to somebody that big. Like, okay, if I can be sitting there just like that with Faith and didn't even know it, it's just that easy to be hanging with these people when you're at a conference. And sure, every conference I ever went to, they're all, you know what I mean? Like, it's always like that. But every conference I ever went to after that, I make sure to take advantage of those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, I don't just hit up anybody or whatever. I don't even ask people for cards. I'll tell you what, if we're having a conversation and it's a good time and we're just kicking it, whatever, you know, like, "Hey, man, this is a great conversation, man. Let me get your info. Let's stay in touch." Then we'll do that. But if I just meet you and it's a, "Hey, how you doing?" and we just kind of shake hands, but there's nothing there, I don't ask people for the contact info because chances are they're not going to remember you anyway.
We met. Just think about it. We met at the spot on Finkel. It was you. It was Uncle P.
Yep.
Sin was there.
Yep.
And then I sat outside after we talked for a minute, and then I remember you ended up calling me about that Citizens Bank grant.
Yep.
And we chopped it up about that, and I had to stop. I remember because I had to go to the eye doctor. But then we ended up because your son ended up coming to Easter.
Yeah.
And then, I was getting the fellowship going, and I got the fellowship going. I need to holler at you about that too.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, we and I probably should say this for online, but we chose not to take any ownership over their music.
Right.
We chose to give them complete ownership over their music.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like what you're trying to do there, you know what I'm saying, is, you're trying to empower musicians, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to educate them and show them the way. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with paying it forward like that, man. It's I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
And real quick, before I forget, I never did answer your question. So real quick to the Clubhouse. I do think it's a good thing because it is easy to network and whatnot per se. However, also, it is like I'm on there and you're hearing people telling stories of, backstage when so-and-so, you remember when Chief Keef and so-and-so almost got in that fight because Whoop-de-Whoop was looking at old boy's girl and what, like, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about the stories. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not there for, the days of our lives, you know what I'm saying? Soap opera bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there is a lot of that. There's a lot of that. I mean, there's rooms on there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll show you some of the rooms on there right now. They got like, are you addicted to Clubhouse? They got there's some good ones like this one. Let's talk seriously about Tesla stock, social media hacks. There's a cannabis social, global head of Microsoft's on there. But then there's I was on there the one night and there's a guy and his girl airing their business out. Like they're fighting. They're fighting, straight up fighting on this thing. And he always does this. Every time I come in the room, he comes in the room and takes over. And blah, blah, blah. And the whole room, like 700 people are all sitting there like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like to the point, people are telling them, take that shit offline. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just, so yeah, man. I mean, it's there's some good, some bad, and some ugly with it. But
absolutely,
the good is, I think to me, it reminds me of the ultimate talk radio. That's what it reminds me of, because you do hear a lot of good insight from some people. Troy Taylor gives a lot of good stuff. Just Blaze gives a lot of good gems. Joe Budden gives a lot of good gems. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, you do get to hear some good gems and some good networking on there and stuff like that. There was a panel on publishing that I was just in the audience listening, and then they had said something, so I spoke up on it. And then next thing you know, they brought me on as a moderator for it. You know what I'm saying? And by the end of the conversation, people were following me and, asking, more business opportunities and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's definitely got some good to it. Like I said, some good, some bad, and some ugly. I think it's wild that it's only on iPhone. And, that's kind of elitist, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, that's part of what makes it what it is too, though. That is part of what makes it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So do this. We about to close up shop and shut the broadcast down. Why don't you tell the people that's in the chat and on the stream where they can find you and how they can connect with you and get plugged in with you?
Oh yeah, man. Just at Pro Sound Media is all my socials, IG, Twitter, all that. You can check out our website, www.prosoundmedia.com. And yeah, but I mean, hitting me up on IG is probably a good way to get at me. And check out the website, see what we do. And if you guys got any questions about anything, I'm always down for, to answer questions, give free consultations, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
This was a free consultation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why you bullshitting? Thanks, yo.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we've been talking about doing some business or something for a minute. So we definitely got to get up very soon.
You already know what it is, man. Like I said, you call me right. Like I said, I wouldn't do nothing, just chopping it up with the homie. More than glad to hop in, man. And I'm always down, man. Whatever you need, I got you, man.
Bet. So we're gonna say goodnight to the chat. Fat Von Free. Go ahead, Gadget. You got something?
I just followed you on Clubhouse.
Okay, bet.
Fat Von Free, Silent Money Productions, Digger Hertz. Vinny, Silent,
Hold on.
DJ Marcus, Nick
Hold
the
on.
Wonder.
Theo,
Oh, what up, Nick?
you were nominated on Clubhouse by Burt Blackarack.
Yeah,
Burt Bacharach. What?
that's my homie. That's my big bro.
That's a great name.
Word.
That's my big homie right there. You know what I'm saying? He's he's OG. He's he's a Grammy winner. He's a Grammy winner. That guy, Grammy winning DJ, producer, Public Enemy. He's produced with Hank Shockley, all them. But yeah, his name is out cold though. Burt Blackarack. You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
That's crazy. That's the big homie right there.
Oh, speaking of Public Enemy, Keith Shockley sold his.
Word?
Yeah.
I seen that too.
Yeah.
Which I found it fascinating that a sample-based producer could sell.
Well, it can, because it's all, you know, and I know we're getting ready to close up, so I don't want to go too deep real quick. But remember, whenever you sample, what you've done is you've created a derivative work of another work. So you made a song. If I sample your song, you have to get credited as part of the songwriter. So my song is not just me, it's me and you. So I can sell that. You know what I mean? I can still sell that. You know what I'm saying? But remember, I'm selling my portion of it, not yours.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So and to me, it makes all the more sense that he would do it, because let's say he sampled from 6 songs just to make Fight the Power. Let's say he sampled 6. So how much did he really own of that? You know what I'm saying? So he sold his share, but not those other people's share. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, absolutely. But there you go. I don't want to get there.
No doubt. It's all good, but everybody be cool. We'll see you tomorrow for Song Lab at 5 p.m.
Right. It's me
and Gadget. We'll see who else stop by. Somebody else might come through with 16 or whatnot.
One more again.
And we'll see what happened. Gadget gonna give us another 8-bar loop.
Hey, the banger.
Whatever works.
And he said it was the best song on his album.
He did. You know Blacksmith, don't you, Theo Ellis?
Blacksmith? No, I don't think I do.
Okay, Blacksmith from the D. He just dropped a project. He with Mike Phelps.
Okay.
And Capelli and Cole used to be in Coleman Young.
Okay.
You heard of them? Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, he can't. We do this thing called Song Lab every Saturday where we just invite MCs and producers to come through. Right. Producer will make a beat. Gadget owns something called edigging.com where people can get pre-cut samples or whatnot.
Nice.
Just for a subscription. I think Gadget already got his 1,000 people spending $8 a month. Myself, I'm gonna keep it on the low.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? If it works, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. But he give him a sample. He give him a sample. They make a joint, and then we have an MC that rap on it, and I mix it live. We do it all live in the course of typically 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours typically, but sometime a little bit longer when people do what they're supposed to do.
Look, the cutoff is going to be 8 o'clock from now on, bro.
We gotta be.
So 3 hours now. So it gotta be down to 3 hours.
Yeah,
it gotta be. So yeah, man. Just follow Gadget on Digital Hustle Films, man. And Theo, again, man, thanks for coming through. And I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Thanks.
All right, man. Be cool, man.
All right, man. Peace. Pleasure meeting all y'all.